Peter Venaglia coming to you from the paddock here at Yonkers Raceway in New York. We're going to take an advanced look at Tuesday afternoon's races here at Yonkers. 1.25 mile races, 12-horse fields, 10-horse fields at the elongated distance of 1.25 miles. And with us is last year's Yonkers leading driver, 2014 and 2015 America's leading driver, Jason Bartlett. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
We're going to take a look first at the 7th race, which is a non-winner's a $12,000 event. For $30,000 claim is also eligible. And you're driving the 4-horse Waldorf Hall, who's in from Pennsylvania. He was a winner 3 back down there, and you've driven him a number of times. What can you tell us about him?
He's just a good old classy horse. Now it's 12,000. Class seems to fit in pretty well. Good spot, drew well in this 12-horse field. So, he's very versatile. Kind of better off a helmet, but we'll race on the front. But looks like here we're gonna try to get out of there and then see how the race develops from there.
In the 8th race, which is a non-winners of $8,000, $20,000 claiming event, you've actually got the rail this time, and you're driving Bastille, who made a bid 2 weeks ago but tired. Had the 11 hole, but today has the rail, and you've driven him a number of times, and you've certainly raced against him enough times. He has speed, and I would assume you try and use that here.
Yeah, we have the rail here. This class knows 8,000. So, he's dropping down. I mean, he's in there last week, but usually he's in the $12,000, $18,000 range. So he's dropping down with the rail. Has gate speed. Just a nice horse. I've been racing here. Throughout the last 3 years. I mean, just a nice horse, races well every time. Horse to beat might probably be the 2. This horse was a great horse last year in the New York Sire Stakes. Brian's driving him, and some of the other horses are claimers. So, this horse got a good shot in this field.
In the 9th race, which is a non-winners of 4 parimutuel, he really hasn't. You're driving the 6 Explosion of Light, who really hasn't shown much in the 3 starts. You drove him in his last start. What can you tell us about him?
He doesn't. He gets a little steppy here and there. So being aggressive with him off the car here is probably out of the question. But had a little bit of trot there last week coming home. Finished up pretty good from where he was to finish 3rd. So we're going to need a little luck in this race, and hopefully the race falls apart late and we can pick it up.
In race 10, which is a non-winners a $6,000, $15,000 claiming event, this time instead of having the rail, you have the 10-hole second spot in the 2nd tier, but you're driving a horse that everyone who's familiar with our Tuesday afternoon racing is very familiar with, Meadowview Arnie. He was the winner of the French-American Friendship Pace, and last start he made a very strong bid, I thought, with you aboard last week and finished 3rd. Meet some fresh faces in here today, but he's been pretty strong. Tell us about him.
He's he races really well every week. He's kind of a knucklehead in post parade, but once you get him behind the gate, he seems to do very well on the track. Has speed, and he's better off a helmet, racing him off a helmet. And it looks like in this spot that's what we're going to have to do. But if he races like he did last week, I think he's got a real big shot.
Now, you say he's a bit of a knucklehead. Now, given that, is this an opportunity now for you to speak to the owner about maybe some driving tips in this race?
Yeah, I mean, whatever he can come up with, whatever he can do to help me out, hopefully that the outcome would be a little bit better, but he hasn't really said much, but hopefully, Tuesday that he'll come up with something.
It's always good to check with Joe on that. Well, again, Tuesday afternoon, we have 5 1.25 mile trot races, and if you're going to be playing the Pick 5, I suggest you use Jason Bartlett throughout. Thanks, Jason.
Thank you.